What's going on out there? This is how to do your situation analysis. Just to give you a quick recap, when we have the SWOT stack framework, we always begin with a situation analysis, which is that where are we now? This is a crucial part for analysing and understanding what's happening in the marketplace that can affect you and your customers. So, we have this wonderful model which takes us further and further out from our business. There's the internal factors that we have control over, the micro factors that we have influence over, and the macro factors that happen merrily and there's nothing we can often do about them. Let's go through step by step how you can do this situation analysis and do one that's really relevant and useful for your business. Please make sure you have your workbook to hand and you complete it as we go along. So first of all, the macro market forces. You might have heard of PESTLE, and this is where we look at all of the different forces that can impact what's going on in your marketplace. My top tip here is you don't need to look at all of them. I've seen businesses tie themselves in knots where they're going, oh my gosh, we need to get something down under legal. Well, if there's nothing happening in the legal environment that impacts your business, don't worry about it. Leave that one blank. So the way that we lay this out is that we suggest that you look at the macro factors affecting your business and your clients. Bring that laser focus, because otherwise, well, you could go too far and you're analysing what's going on in the whole world. So what is affecting your business and your clients? And we look at possible and then actual events. So part of this is also future-proofing your business. So you can start through and say, right, in the political environment, what's happening? What's happening that's relevant to our business and to our clients? Does it present opportunities for us? Or is it a threat? And move through systematically looking at that for all of these macro factors. Let's take technology. What are the actual events that are happening? Lots of talk about AI. Well, what opportunities does that present? Is that a great opportunity for, say, your customers? Is it a great opportunity for you, for your business, your process? Or is it a threat? Are you in one of those sectors that's being threatened by it? So when you do your analysis, it's no good just listing out possible or actual events. You have to actually do the analysis. Here are some of my top tips. So choose what you think is most relevant or likely to happen. Do not fall down rabbit holes tying yourselves up in knots with mythical situations. What happens if Russia does invade and we have a nuclear war? Well, that's quite big and quite way out there, so don't worry about it. Do research to help you find out more. It is amazing what you find through a simple Google search, saying things such as, how will technology affect insert my industry? See what you find. When you do that research, make sure, of course, that you're looking at trusted sources. As I've mentioned, only use the PESTLE areas that are relevant to your business and customers. You do not have to have something under every single heading. Next, micro. This is getting closer to our business. And these are the people and the companies that we will have some influence over. It might be only a small influence, but it is some influence. And what we will do is we will systematically look at each of the ones that are relevant to you. So it might be you don't have intermediaries, but you have other groups of stakeholders that you have to consider. Let's begin with your competitor analysis. First of all, I would recommend that you choose your top 3 competitors only for this. And when you look at this, what you have to say is, what are they actually doing, or what could they possibly be doing that's going to affect our business? And then you look again for the opportunities and the threats that it might pose. This analysis is so crucial, and work your way through. Once you've done your competitors, you might move on to your suppliers. So many good businesses have really struggled when their suppliers have struggled. And in fact, when you start to look at some of the big corporate organisations globally, they will actually buy up companies in their supply chain so they can secure that supply chain so they don't have these issues. Again, Think about possible events that might happen that could affect your supply. So you might know, for example, one of your key suppliers is a family-run business and the owner is hitting retirement next year and is probably going to retire. Well, does that present opportunities for you and your business, or does it present a threat? Analyse it, have a think. Intermediaries. Who are the intermediaries that you use? Who do you really rely on? Again, only choose your top 3 and it's exactly the same process. Now, let's have a look at your customers. This is a little bit tricky because it does overlap with some of the work that we do around your customer segments, but step back and think about it from a very, very focused point of view. What's happening in each of your customer segments' worlds that could provide an opportunity or could be a threat? So for example, when COVID happened, it provided some opportunities for some companies. For many, it provided threats. And the companies that were able to move quickly and mitigate those threats did better than those that weren't able to. So it's starting to look at things like that. And of course, your company might have other stakeholders. You might have other people that have a vested interest in your organisation who aren't employees and aren't members of the board. That's where you put them, and it's exactly the same process. Next, we move internally, and this is assessing your people, your budget, your time, and if you have it, your machinery and your tools. Slightly different now. We're not looking at opportunities and threats. We're looking at what you actually have and whether it's a strength or a weakness. So for each area, say, what do we have? We have these team members, we have these skills in-house, we have this budget, we take this time to do things. Well, is this a strength? Is this a weakness? This is best done when you get a different group of people across your business to do it. And if you're a small business, it might be that you invite a trusted advisor to help you with this. And the reason it's important is that sometimes we can't see the strengths and we can't see the weaknesses because we're too close to it. As you move through, you can then pull it together into the infamous SWOT. The SWOT analysis only works when you've done all of that hard work beforehand, because then you can say, these are our key strengths. We can match them to the key opportunities. So we can take advantage of this opportunity. Oh no, this threat is coming along the horizon, but we know we're really weak in that area. So if that threat does happen, we're in trouble. So we need to strengthen up our weakness. And this is how SWOT can be so incredibly powerful when you pull it together in this way and you match your strengths to your opportunities and also use your strengths to counter threats. Make sure that you complete this in your workbook, allow yourself plenty of time, and where possible involve other people, because it really will make this a well-rounded situation analysis. And then your summary SWOT, and just the summary SWOT, goes into your strategic marketing plan. But you know you've done all of the work and thinking behind it that gives it incredible value.